Car here today with another YouTube video. Today's topic is training our children in the way of the Lord. You know, the scripture says, do not exasperate your children, but bring them up in the fear and the admonition of the Lord. And so I'm going to give a few tips today of how to do that for those of you who don't know how to, where the rubber meets the road on this subject. So basically, if your children are young, go to Dollar Tree or some other, cheap store and pick up some little children's books, David and Goliath, Joseph, Moses, things like that. Pick that up and read it to them a few times a week. Talk to them about the scriptures, try to teach them all the Bible stories of the Old Testament, teach them about Jesus. During Easter time, read books about, the resurrection. At Christmas time, read about Jesus being born and teach them these things like that. If they're older, get them a comic book style picture Bible. My son had that. He read it religiously, all the time, and learned many of the stories, and so that'll help as well. But don't exasperate your children. Don't push them to the point to where they want to deny the faith. Sometimes as parents, we can push kids too hard, too fast, and I've been guilty of that as well. I haven't really pushed them to wrath. I usually stop before they really get mad, kick things or, throw chairs or punch holes in the wall. But some parents, they think it's funny when they push their kids to the point. When their kid starts daring to punch a hole in the wall, they start laughing, thinking it's funny. Go ahead, do it, whatever. That's not really the way to do things. We're not supposed to push them to wrath. And children will give up. They're not as strong as adults. If you push them to the brink, they will deny the faith. And they will walk away from Christ, even into teenagehood, especially when they get extremely mad. You know how teenagers get. They will walk away from Christ. And so you have to be careful. And that is the command of the scriptures. Don't exasperate your children. Okay? And so as far as I hear some parents say, as soon as they're 18, I'm done. No, you're not. You have to teach kids to the day you die. You have to rear them up and teach them to the day you die. The story is in the Old Testament. It's Eli and his sons. Eli and his sons. His sons were wicked. They were priests in the temple, and Eli was the head priest. And his sons were wicked, and Eli didn't do enough to prevent them and to punish them for their sins. And because of that, they all went to hell. They all lost their blessing. The Lord said, basically, I know I promised you this, but far be it from me. I will not do what I promised you. Okay? And so that is the way the Lord is. We can't continue sinning and just expect that we're going to receive salvation. That's not the way the Lord works. He'll say, I know I promised you the promise in the scriptures, but far be it from me. And so train your children even to adulthood. When they get into serious sins, or they're sleeping around with different girls or boys or whatever, punish them to the point where you just can't do it no more. And that's my lesson today. Thank you, and God bless you.